Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Flagstaff Microlite 25 FBLS travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration. On your campsite, your awning of course, make sure there's lots of room for that to come out. And on your off campsite, your slides. There's plenty of room for them to come in and out. Preferably nothing hanging over top of them, and leave yourself a nice walking path. Then I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be all the way at the rear on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your water is going to be at the front of the driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. I do recommend have your slides in, measure the distance between them, find the center of your unit, put a stick on level. Have someone keep an eye on that level while you come up here to your power tongue jack and lower or raise the unit to your level. Docking light, manual override for a hand crank that'll bring that up and down should you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery post, make sure those haven't wiggled loose as you come down the road. But you got your unit level. Next thing you do is stabilize it. Now, I mentioned a hand crank for your power tongue jack. That's this bottom one. The second one up is your 3/4 inch hand crank for your stabilizing jacks. Now you can use a impact driver or drill gun. If yours sets low enough, you can run these down in a couple cranks. As I crank it down, I do recommend stabilizing jack pads. They're going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris. Hot black top in the summer, better distribute the weight and keep them from sinking in the ground. Really good investment to use your 10% off coupon on. Get these down just until they're taut. Once you start to have any type of resistance here, you know you're down far enough. Go to the other side, set that down, get all four level, or excuse me, all four of them cranked down. Then we'll have our unit level, we'll have it stable. We can go inside and deploy the slides, and you already have them deployed. You can do that off the battery. Now we can hook up our power and water. Coming around to your rear off campsite. Here's your 30 amp cord, big long cord there. Red light means there's power to the cord. Where the new ones go on here. Wiggle that out here. Power to the cord, set it in, wiggle it in, twist it to the right to lock it in, then put on your black washer. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need it, 30 to 110 if you need to plug in at home. Get your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. At a campsite, you hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting water in here. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Come over to your campsite and find your hot water heater. Hot water heater, all you can do at this time, put your drain plug back in. Make sure that's in there nice and tight, plumber's tape preferred. Get that in there snug, then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Now if your hose has been out for a little while, you can go ahead go inside and open up your spigots. Once water's coming out of there, you know the water's coming through there, you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater. Let's say you're gonna go camping and you're not gonna use city water. We're gonna go dry docking. Well, in that case, potable water. No need for a water pressure regulator. Simply fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell when it's full. 1, there's an overflow valve right here, or 2, on the inside where you check the levels of your tanks and your battery, there'll be a freshwater tank you can see when it's full in there. Now remember, when using this potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump inside. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit. We're all set up to camp. There's a magnet here to hold this door back for your storage there. A docking light for the front of the unit. City water connect. This is where you put your antifreeze in. Potable water. Again, your pass-through storage. Freshwater drain, that potable water. That's where you dump that. You have an extra gray tank up here. Gray tank number 2. That's access to the back of your fridge. Come behind your slide here. This is where your main black and gray tanks are. Cable will hook up here. There's your power. You have a spare tire with a cover. An outdoor shower. Black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. That'll clean your black tank out. A ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Check your seams and caulk as needed. Maintain your roof. Unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. Device you purchased from our store that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Put another device on that and electronically communicates, giving you a backup camera for the unit. Your big awning over here, LED lighting. You have a pitch control on these. If it's raining, your campsite is down at the other end. So if you pull down on this, that'll tilt your awning this way and drain the rain this way. Low point drain. Gotta be little, they're right up underneath here. Those are your low point drains. Will drain when leaving the campsite. Your solid steps. Outdoor speakers and a porch light vent for your microwave. Prep for a TV out here. You can snap a TV on here. There's a cable of 110 to plug into. You do have a griddle inside that sets on here with your quick connect LP right there underneath your hot water heater. This is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. Here's your LP. Table will fit on this one. You set your griddle on this one. Here's your griddle and table. That last crank up there is a manual override. All the way down here. Manual override for your slide. If you lose power and can't get your slide in. Propane does have a cover. They're on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Green means there's gas. Red means it's out. Again, your batteries. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. So as we come up inside your unit, first thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. To the right as you come in, let's start at the top. Your thermostat. Good. Turn on the air. That came on. Shut the air off. Turn on the heat, which I really don't want to do today. Heat came on. Shut that off. You'll notice that the heat fan takes longer to shut off than the furnace fan, or than the AC fan. Before I come around to here, you have a TPS tire pressure monitoring system on your unit here. I will send an extra video along with this so you understand how that works directly from the company. 110s. Down here is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Furion TV. Turn that on. A sound bar, IRV technology sound system. Show your TV working here. Alright, shut that off. You also have a remote for your RV technology sound system. Turn that on, take it off Bluetooth, put it on FM. There's your music indoors. Shut it off indoors. Now it sends it to the bedroom. Shut the bedroom off. Now all your music is just outside. Whatever's red shuts it off. Or you can rock the whole campsite. AM, FM, Bluetooth, CD player, I believe DVD player as well. Touch it once for mute, hold it in for goodbye. Fireplace, not just for looks anymore. Not today, but on some other days, so you can make it brighter, change the different colors. Heat, this will crank some heat out. It says 79 degrees right now, so it's not going to kick out much right now. But if it's cold in the morning or evening, instead of using up your gas, crank the heater up on this. It'll get it warm in here in no time. Self-explanatory microwave. You have your light and a fan above your stove. Stove top, this glass top makes an excellent backsplash. You have a panel light. Turn this to high, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Same thing on the oven. Set this to light, little flame right there. Spark it down here, then just set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore, and there's an oven light as well. Coming up in here, this panel controls your solar power. It keeps it from overcharging your batteries. We have a table extension here. Coming around into your bedroom, just prep for a TV back here. TV backer, 110 and cable. 110s on both sides, and a charging port down there. Just remember, when closing this slide, when you're getting ready to close up, you want to make sure that nothing is in here. Shut the lights off in here. Make sure also when you travel that this is secured back. Same thing with this door down here in the bedroom. Make sure that's snapped back good. Your table, it will fold down. Simply pull this to the side. I like to pull it out from underneath there, and it'll jackknife itself down. Set it on these here. Remove your back cushion, set it on top, and you've got another bed. Individual lighting up here. Your Dometic fridge. To open that up to the control panel inside. Turn it on. Press in the gas one. Now we're on auto. Auto means when you're hooked up to electricity, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you'll be on gas. Lift up on the gas button. Now you're strictly on gas. Put that off. Smoke alarm. Down on the floor down here is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mention this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are boondocking, nothing plugged in, charging your battery, go ahead and use your, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. Come back into the bathroom. So I mentioned in here also, secure this down when traveling. And you have your 110 with USB, or 110 with GFCI protect in here, the reset. Individual lighting in here. Now it's act like we're leaving the campsite. What I like to do is shut up my interior lights. Then I can walk around and see any individual lighting that I've left off anywhere. And that is it. Come back, turn back on my interior lighting. Eventually you'll know where this is, so you don't be fumbling in the dark to find it. There's also a remote for your fireplace as well, so I'd bring that up. So come here, slide in. I like to bring in slide number 2 first. That way you can watch your bedroom slide come in. Make sure doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing will impede any of your slides from coming in. Close those drawers. Especially close off that table extension here. If that's left open, that will slide in here. I'm going to stop right here before bringing the slide in anymore. And run the awning back in for you so you can see that come in. Again, just want to run it out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees. Shut off our awning lights. Alright, now I'll continue running your slide back in. You notice the bottom comes in first. It's just because the slide mechanism is on the bottom. Straightens itself back out. Coming out of the unit. Shut off our interior lights. Coming out of the unit. You want to make sure this exterior door is open all the way up. Otherwise this will catch on it closing. Simply lift it up. Set it inside. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. Bring up your stabilizing jacks. Unhook your cable and water. Come to your low point drain. Get up underneath there and open up both of those. Come to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to drain a lot of hot water up there. So be careful. Once that's all drained out, you can pull your hot water plug. If you're using potable water, we would just come over here and pull this fresh water drain. Then we can go ahead, hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now park accordingly at the dump station. It's going to be on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. You have your gray tank in front of your tires, your black and gray tank behind your tires. So park accordingly. Take your hose, hook it up. First one you're going to pull is that black handle, the one on your right. After it sounds like that's no longer draining, leave that black handle open. Again, with your water pressure regulator, come up here, hook up the hose at the dump station to your black tank flush. Leave that handle open, run the hose for a good 5 minutes, wash all that black nastiness out of your black tank, unhook that hose, get your water pressure regulator off from it, close that black handle and pull your gray handle. It'll be the front one here. It's gonna be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. It'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Come down to gray tank number 2, hook up and pull that. Again, that's gonna be cleaner waters. Take your sewage hose, come to your bumper, unhook, and store it conveniently and sanitarily in there. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Microlite for many years to come. Happy camping.